So this video is gonna be a follow-up video to the one I did a few weeks ago on the 4-hour workday. We're going to talk about how to optimize your work session so that you can get more time out of your day. We're going to talk about work-life balance and lifestyle design, and I think it applies regardless of your situation. Now let's talk about productivity for a second. This is the regular schedule of someone working from 9 to 5. That includes 1 hour of lunch break and 7 hours of supposed work. Supposed because in reality, this time is not 100% spent on active, productive work. From the moment you arrive to work, you get into it, you make yourself a coffee, you say hello to your colleagues. Same before lunch. Then after lunch, getting back into it, preparing to leave 10-15 minutes before the end of the day. You're not really working 7 hours a day. And when you notice that, you realize that you maybe work 4 to 5 hours per day maximum. But this is diluted throughout the day, so your focus is also up and down. And that made me think, what if I optimize my schedule so that I get these 4 hours of work done in one sitting, sometimes divided in two, where I optimize for output and input, where I am completely focused and productive, distraction-free, and I just get the work done. And it made me realize that at the end of the week, I would spend much more time actually working than if I pretend to work from 9 to 5, end up being distracted, end up taking breaks here and there, focus completely out the window, and at the end of the day, you've just wasted time when you could have been doing something else that you enjoy more. So today, we will work for 4 hours this morning, then we'll have lunch. Because it's very hot today, we're gonna take the afternoon to either go to the beach or to the swimming pool, we don't know yet, but enjoy a bit of freshness and cold water, and we'll still have the entire evening to enjoy, and work will only represent a quarter to a third of my active time spent on doing productive things this day. So guys, hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you later. So, a few tips on how to be a bit more productive during your work session. The first thing I do is I load up my calendar. I see what I have planned for the day. That way I can also be reminded of the top priority tasks for that day. But also I fill it up. I add the tasks that I want to do, the work that needs to be done. And once I do that on my calendar, I take a piece of paper and I write down the same tasks. Why do I do that? The first thing is I use the calendar because sometimes I add something on the go with my phone. I've got my planned events that are prepared in advance as well, so I just want to be sure to see that. And then I take this piece of paper, I write down the tasks. That way I can bar them as I move along. I find it to be extremely helpful to always know what the next thing is, and the pleasure of ticking it off keeps you in the momentum, and you want to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. The other thing I like to do is to put some kind of ambient music in the background. I cannot listen to actual music and songs if there's lyrics. I'll be a bit too distracted. So usually I just put some playlists, some OST from movies or video games that I like. I find it really helps me with focus. Sometimes I will even shut down my window, just have my desk lamp here. That gives me a bit more of a tunnel vision to be really focused on my work. Of course, the phone is out of vision and on silent mode. Now I am done with the actual work tasks that I had planned. What I will do, because I still have 30 minutes left, is I'm going to edit some shots that I took yesterday at the beach to do an Instagram reel. And then I'll go eat lunch and we'll move on to the rest of the day. And I have a few other things to tell you about how to find the balance with work and life and how to optimize that better. So stay tuned. Hey guys, little update. We are currently 2 days in the future from the last video you've seen because something came up. So we were supposed to go to the swimming pool, but as you know from last week's video, our cat is still recovering from surgery and something came up, so we had to stay at home and look after him. Everything's fine now. So we had to skip the plan of the swimming pool, and trust me, the heat wave right now in Bordeaux is at an all-time high. We had a 41 degrees in the shadows, even worse in the sun. So that was really, really tough. So we had to skip the plan. And then yesterday, I drove for 5 hours because I had to go to a client for a photo shoot for work. That was very hot as well, but very enjoyable. I was deep in the countryside of the Gers region in France. Had a great time there. I love driving on the roads, country roads and all that. Really, really enjoyable. So this morning I did another work session. Right now I'm going to the grocery store to get some things to eat, a salad. And we finally go to the swimming pool this afternoon. So looking forward to it because right now I'm cooking. Alright, we've just finished with the swimming pool. It was really, really nice. Now the car is burning hot. So we're burning in love. Burning in love. So we're driving home now. So to wrap up this video, you know the saying, you either work to live or you live to work. And I think for me, I'm really trying to work so that I can live. So it's about getting, yes, the money, the productivity and all that, so that you can then afford to enjoy your life and do as much as possible. But I understand that a lot of people, they feel stuck in their routines and their work, and then they're struggling to feel like they have free time to enjoy. And it's all about designing and optimizing your lifestyle so that you can fit all these things within your daily routines. One other thing that came to my mind is we always talk about productivity, when we should really focus more on efficiency, because productivity in itself is just about doing things, and people then feel that the more things they do, then the more productive they are. But you can be very productive and do a lot of things and still don't get anywhere, still don't make progress, and still not being able to change your life. Whereas when you work for efficiency, you try to get as much done in as less time as possible. And to do that, you need to prioritize, you need to stop wasting time doing other things. And when you get to work, if you really want to save time, then you should really want to focus on efficiency, get as much done as possible in as little time as possible, to then afford more free time out of your day to do what you want. For a lot of us, screen time is going to be the number one priority. I think we all complain about not having time to do this and that, and then at the end of the week we still have spent 8 to 10 hours on our phone. So maybe this is a place to start. But yeah, that's it, guys. So remember, 4 hours a day can be enough if you focus on efficiency, not purely being aimlessly productive, and then designing your life around your work so that you can get to wake up every day excited for the day to come, because you know that it's going to look like you want it to look like, and you know that you will be doing things that you enjoy. So thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.